The old half-timbered house that I am restoring is damaged in many parts of its construction. Some parts are in a really bad shape. In this video I will show you about a long inner wall or timber frame here on the right that is very important for the stability of the house. To show you how these two perpendicular sections here go together, I have made this little model. The critical wall is going lengthwise from left to right. The posts once were in a regular pattern. I already showed the replacement of the posts 3C and 2A in previous videos. Now let's do post 3B. I cut it from a very big log using my bandsaw mill and made the usual mortises sideways and a tenon on its top. This has to go inside the mortise in the top plate. So I pressed it upwards with a bottle jack and then put a sole plate underneath it. The braces were inserted in the mortises and the holes for the wooden nails were drilled. But then I had a little problem. I couldn't get the dowels in from the right side. So I tried this from the other side and used some tricks with a self-tightening wedge that did very well. To get the lap joints of the braces right, I transferred the mortises of the beams on a piece of paper and from that to the braces. That worked better than my first attempts with measuring distances and angles, but it still wasn't precise enough. I always had to make some adjustments to get the braces in. Now to the post 2B, the worst post ever. For many years I have been looking at it and wondering how to repair it. Then finally I took it out and saw that there was nothing to repair, but only to replace entirely. I still don't know what held this house upright for so long. Maybe the plaster. Fortunately, the old post showed clearly where the braces and the sill plates were joined in. There was even a rest of a brace in the joint, showing that the braces often were simply cut flush with the post when they were removed. Copying the mortises on a new post was easy, because it didn't need to be so accurate. It's the braces that have to be made accurately afterwards. For carving the mortises I used again my combined hand tools, power tools technique. Efficiency is important if you have to do not only one beam, but an entire building. Directly above post 2B, the wooden top plate ends and the newly inserted iron beam begins. Now I had to put the post under this beam and to wedge in some very slightly tapered plywood pieces. First, the post was set loosely on the sole plate and the sill plate was put in. Then the adventure began, hammering in the wedge so that the post supports the middle of the house properly again.
Ich bin nicht optimistisch, das könnte klappen. Jetzt ist der Millimeter aufgebraucht. Ha? Jetzt ist der Millimeter aufgebraucht. Okay, dann arbeiten wir jetzt auf Kraft. Boah, wenn wir jetzt noch 8 cm reinschauen. haben wir.
Ja. So kann man an der Bauchspitze drehen.
Nix, das geht schon. Das können wir rein. Eigentlich ist das eine ganz extreme Keilwirkung. Kommt praktischer, ne? Okay.
Halber Zentimeter.
Ciao!
Einmal noch.
Einmal noch. Okay.
Okay.
Jetzt bin ich da drüben.
Ja.
Ah,
Da vielleicht noch
kleiner Spalt.
Draufhauen willst.
Ja, immer. Jetzt sieht's gut aus bei mir.
Ja.
Mensch. Und wie ist die Ausrichtung von dem Teil? Ach, das sieht doch perfekt bündig aus. Und das? Ist auch perfekt bündig. Hey! Geil! Bauchspitzen raus. Ja, raus.
Jetzt wird's spannend.
Jetzt wird's spannend, jetzt kommt die letzte.
Die ist gar nicht locker.
Das hätte ich auch nicht erwartet, dass sie richtig locker ist. Also wenn wir jetzt runterlassen, stellen wir schon nochmal deutlich Last auf den
Ah,
Post.
das geht.
Okay. Also gut. Jetzt steht das Haus da drauf.
Then I had to carry on with timber framing on the left side. The next post doesn't support anything but is only a door frame. All posts are fixed on the sole plate in the end using dowels at 45 degrees from the sides, but I didn't film that. As I already said, the methods of fitting in the braces needed some improvement. So I made this jig with 4 adjustable parts to follow the outlines of the mortises. The first advantage was that it was easy to search for the best position on the roughly pre-cut brace. The second advantage was that the brace fitted perfectly at once. Post 2B once had braces in 4 directions, but I only made 3 because of the iron beam in the direction of the 4th.